Hail, hail. Hello, Celtic supporter. A bombshell has just dropped. Celtic lost to their usual victims, and what happened next sent the fans into a frenzy, and I bring it to you firsthand. But before I dive into all the details, make sure to leave your like to stay updated with the latest news on the boys. Now, without further ado, let's get to the point. The alarm bells are ringing at Parkhead. Brendan Rodgers, the manager with the best Old Firm win rate in history, suddenly sees his invincibility under threat. The question echoing among Celtic fans is not whether the team is still the most dominant in Scotland. After all, the Premiership title already seems secured, but whether the dominance in the Old Firm clashes is beginning to crumble. Has the tide turned for Rodgers? The numbers are concerning. For the third consecutive time, Celtic have conceded 3 goals in the derby. For the first time in over 4 years, they have lost 2 Old Firm matches in the same season. Their last home defeat to Rangers also dates back to that same period. Statistics that, on their own, are already alarming, but they carry even greater weight when combined with Rodgers' own words. There is some reflection to be done. The manager admits his team has not shown the personality needed for big games, and indeed it feels like Celtic have lost some of their edge in these encounters. The absence of captain Callum McGregor and defender Austin Trusty was brutally felt. Rangers pressed high, disrupted play, forced errors, and could have even scored more than the 3 goals that sealed a statement victory. Barry Ferguson's team didn't just win, they imposed an uncomfortable reality on Celtic. The Old Firm is no longer under their absolute control. Rodgers did not hide his disappointment. We need to show more personality in possession. We made too many mistakes, lacked fluidity, and allowed ourselves to be pressed. We didn't play with the speed and quality that we should have, he admitted after the defeat. Celtic may have won the League Cup final, but even in that game, their performance was unconvincing. At Ibrox, they were outplayed. Now they've lost at home too. And for the first time in a long while, Rangers can dream of 3 consecutive wins in the fixture. Former Celtic striker Chris Sutton warned that McGregor's absence was a major factor and criticized defensive mistakes. Celtic were sloppy, and the 2 derby losses say more about Rangers than about us. They perform well when there's no pressure, but they're still far behind in the league, he analyzed. Meanwhile, Neil Lennon pointed out that Rangers showed a lot of personality, while Celtic weren't functioning as they should. The truth is, despite a commanding lead in the Premiership, Rodgers is feeling the weight of the rivalry. After all, if the title is practically secured, what sticks in the fans' memories are the derby results. And in the last 3, Celtic's superiority has been questioned. Rangers' victory at Celtic Park doesn't change the title race, but it changes the conversation. Now they believe. They feel they can win again at Ibrox. They know Celtic are no longer untouchable. Rodgers, with his impressive record, has the experience to deliver the right response. But there's no denying it. He now faces a fresh challenge, and the fans are demanding a reaction.